So, what will be our nursing interventions for supporting behavioral aspects? Under supporting behavioral aspects, we will talk about coping assistance, patient education, at saka yung spiritual care. Okay, so, older adults often face unique behavioral challenges. Siyempre, because of cognitive changes, emotional factors, and also, meron din, nakaka-experience din ang iba ng social isolation. So, napaka-importante na naman natin in providing interventions to support their emotional well-being and promote adaptive coping mechanisms. So, dito, pag-uusapan natin yung mga various nursing interventions which will focus on supporting behavioral aspects in older persons. Ito nga, including nga yung coping assistance, patient education, at saka spiritual care. Okay. So, under coping assistance, ang assessment natin dito will focus on identifying sources of stress and anxiety in the older adult's life. We evaluate coping mechanisms and their effectiveness kasi baka naman nagsasuggest ka, hindi naman pala makakaya. We also need to assess for signs of depression or other mental health conditions. So how do we do that? Anong mga interventions natin? We teach relaxation techniques such as deep breathing, meditation, or progressive muscle relaxation. We encourage social interaction and support groups. We provide education on stress management strategies and coping skills. We can do collaboration with other mental health professionals kung needed. Offer emotional support and reassurance to help older adults cope with challenges. Okay, now, patient education, we assess and evaluate the older adults' understanding of their health conditions, their understanding of medications and treatment plans. We identify any barriers to learning or communication. So, how do we do that? At mga interventions natin? Provide clear and concise explanations about health conditions, yung mga medications, and treatment plans. If possible, we can use visual aids and use simple language to enhance understanding. If there is a need, we need to repeat information to provide opportunities for questions para maintindihan natin kung mas naiintindihan ba nila. Address any concerns or misconceptions, and as much as possible, involve family members in the education process. Now, under spiritual care, our assessment will focus on exploring the older adults' spiritual beliefs and practices. We assess their needs for spiritual support or counseling. So what will be our interventions? We listen attentively to the older adult's spiritual concerns and provide empathy. Connect the older adult with spiritual leaders or resources if they want to. We can facilitate spiritual practice or rituals that are meaningful to the individual. Alamin lang natin kung ano yung maitutulong natin sa kanila. Offer support and encouragement during times of spiritual distress. So if we address these behavioral aspects such as coping, education, and spiritual care, again, makakatulong na naman tayo to improve the quality of life of older adults. A holistic approach that considered the individual needs and preferences of older person is very important in providing effective and compassionate care. Okay. Next, we talk about nursing interventions to support safety. Under that, we will talk about risk reduction and management of the environment. As they age, older adults experience or are faced at higher risk for accidents and injuries. Siyempre, because of their physical changes, cognitive decline, and sometimes yung environmental factors. So, tayo na namang mga nurses, importante yung role natin to identify and address safety concerns para ma-prevent yung adverse events and promote optimal well-being. So, under this, we will explore various nursing interventions which will focus on supporting safety in older persons, including risk reduction activities and management of the environment. Okay. So, under risk reduction activities, ang assessment natin will focus on evaluating the functional abilities. This will include balance, yung strength, at saka yung mobility nila. We also assess for cognitive impairments or sensory deficits. Identify potential risk for fall. Okay, especially tingnan natin kung may mga slippery surfaces, may presence ng mga rugs or mga clutter doon sa environment. So ano yung mga possible nursing interventions natin? We can provide guidance on safe exercise techniques and strategies to improve balance and strength. We can also assist with ambulation and mobility aids if there is a need. Educate the older adult at saka yung mga family members nila on ideas how to prevent fall at saka yung mga strategies ng fall prevention. Pwede tayong mag-suggest to modify the home environment to reduce risk for fall, like installing nga yung mga grab bars, at saka kung pwede, i-remove natin yung mga clutters na nakakalat dun sa dadaanan. Develop a personalized fall prevention plan depending do sa need ng older adult and monitor for signs of fatigue or over-exhaustion. So, under management of environment, ang our assessment will focus on inspecting the home environment for potential hazards such as tripping hazards, inadequate lighting, yung mga unsafe medications. Kasama yun. So, evaluate the older adults' ability to manage their environment independently. So, what will be our nursing interventions? We can make recommendations. Recommendations lang ha, hindi impositions. Recommendations for home modifications to improve safety. Like, we can install smoke detectors or yung mga other detectors that would parang to notify yung mga other family members or caregivers that merong need na kailangan ang older person. We can also assist with medication management. Pwede natin silang tulungan na mag-organize ng kanilang medications that will provide reminders. Kasi meron na ngayon yung mga pill box, di ba? AM, PM, tapos ano yung mga content ng AM, ano yung content ng PM. Para sila, ang gagawin nila, iti-take na lang nila. We can also educate the older adult and family members or caregivers about yung mga basic lang, kagaya ng fire safety, emergency preparedness, okay? And we can also encourage the use of assistive device or pwede rin technology kung kinakailangan to enhance safety. Pwedeng hearing aids or yung glasses, cane or crutches, di ba? Monitor for signs of environmental hazards and address them promptly. So if we will be able to address all these concerns and implement appropriate intervention, we can help significantly reduce the risk of accidents and injuries in older adults. So yung comprehensive approach that considers the individual needs and preferences of older person ay napaka-importante to promote their safety and well-being. Okay. So, the last of the nursing intervention will be focusing on supporting bioethical components. So, dito, pag-uusapan natin yung autonomy, beneficence, non-maleficence, justice, and fidelity. We just need to understand the meaning of all this para yung nursing interventions ninyo will focus on providing all this to the patient or to the older person. So, yung bioethical components na pag-uusapan natin dito will be about health challenges and decisions regarding their care. So, napaka-importante sa atin to be knowledgeable about bioethical principles and their application in our clinical practice. So, dito, i-explore natin yung mga nursing interventions that support yung mga bioethical components in the care of the older persons. Ito nga yun, mga autonomy, beneficence, non-maleficence, justice, and fidelity. So, we need to understand first, ano ba yung meaning nitong mga principles na to? When we talk of autonomy, this principle is about respect the individual's right to self-determination and decision-making. So, in the care of older person, it means honoring their wishes and preferences regarding their treatment, even if yung mga choices nila will differ from the healthcare provider's recommendation. So, under assessment, evaluate natin yung decision-making capacity and their ability to express their wishes. We need to assess also for any factors that may influence their decision-making, such as baka meron na silang cognitive impairment or meron silang undue pressure. Kanino manggagaling yung undue pressure? Siyempre, sa mga relatives or family members. Okay, so what will be our interventions? We need to respect the older adults' right to make informed decisions about their care. We provide clear and concise information about treatment options, the potential risks and benefits. Ensure that the older adult understands the implications of their decision. Support the older adult's autonomy by advocating for their wishes and preferences. Now, Beneficence, okay, beneficence. This principle requires that we act in the best interest of the patient. In the care of older adult or older person, it means providing compassionate and effective care that promotes the well-being and minimize harm. So under assessment, we identify the older adult's needs and goals for their care, evaluate the potential benefits and risks of various treatment options. So how are we going to do this? Our intervention will focus on acting in the best interest of the older adult by providing compassionate and effective care. We can also advocate for treatments that are likely to benefit the older adult and minimize harm. We consider the older adult's quality of life and preferences when making decisions and making treatment decisions. Now, the principle of non-maleficence requires us to do no harm to others or to our patient. In the care of older person, it means avoiding unnecessary risk or treatments that could cause harm or discomfort. So what should be our assessment? It should focus on identifying potential risks and side effects associated with various treatment options. Evaluate the older adult's vulnerability to harm due to age-related factors. So what will be our interventions? Avoid causing unnecessary harm to older adults. Weigh the potential benefits of a treatment against the risk or harm. Monitor for adverse effects and take appropriate action to minimize harm. Respect the older adult's rights to refuse treatment if they believe the risk outweighs the benefits. So under justice naman, this principle requires fair and equitable treatment for all individuals. So in the concept of care of the older person, it means ensuring that everyone has equal access to quality health care, regardless of their socioeconomic status, regardless of their race, or regardless of other factors which may be present. So, ang assessment natin should focus on identifying any disparities in access to healthcare or treatment options based on factors such as socioeconomic status, race, or ethnicities. What will be our intervention? Ensure that all older adults receive equitable and fair treatment regardless of their background or circumstances. We advocate for policies and practices that promote health equity and reduce disparities in care. Respect the principle of distributive justice by allocating resources fairly and equitably. Now, the last concept is fidelity, or the last principle is fidelity. This principle requires us to be faithful to our commitment. In the care of other person, it means keeping our promises made to them, maintaining confidentiality, and building a trusting relationship based on respect and mutual understanding. So our assessment will focus on evaluating the trust relationship between the older adult and us, yung mga healthcare providers. Identify any factors that may erode trust, such as communication breakdowns or breaches of confidentiality. So what will be our interventions? We have to be honest and transparent with the older adult about their care. We need to maintain confidentiality of personal information, keep our promises made to the older adult, and build a trusting relationship based on respect and mutual understanding. So again, if we understand and if we be able to apply bioethical principles in the care of the older person, we can definitely provide ethical and compassionate care to our patients. So a holistic approach that considers the individual needs, preferences, and values of older persons is very important to promote their well-being and ensure that their rights are protected. So that ends this discussion. Thank you very much for listening.